Hello and welcome to this video overview for week number 6 of University Seminar 275 Scientific Ethics. Week number 6 corresponds to February 19th to 25th of 2024. Our inspirational quote for this week comes from President John F. Kennedy, who's quoted as saying, "Conformity is the jailer of freedom and the enemy of growth." And I take this as a call to action to be individuals, to embrace diversity, and embrace our own kind of uniqueness in society. For our ethical dilemma in science for this week, we're going to take a look at the news that came out of China in mid-January of this year, in which they announced the cloning of a research monkey. And so we're going to look a little bit into the science associated with this and ask the question, should we clone monkeys? Many of you have already started working on selecting a topic for your final ethical dilemma in science project. And so hopefully, if you have not gotten your topic approved, you're working on that. Please send me an email with your topic and a short description, and there are guidelines for how to do that in the module on Canvas, ideally by around February 26th. My goal is to get everybody approved with a good, solid topic that they're going to be able to research and present in a written form at the end of the semester. Moving on from the topic selection, the first draft of the paper is going to be due on April 1st, so that I have time to give you feedback so that you can strengthen the paper that will ultimately be shared with your classmates on the discussion board the last week of the class. As mentioned last week, we're taking a little bit of a break from assignments in the class for this week, so we have nothing due. So please be thinking about the topic for your ethical dilemma in science project. Taking a look at upcoming assignments, as mentioned previously, hoping to get everybody approved for their topic for the ethical dilemma in science project by the end of February. This week, we're going to finish up our overview of different ethical systems. And so we've got an essay, your personal ethical philosophy, that will be assigned, and you'll get more information about that later. And this is going to be due on Monday, March 18th. This is the Monday after spring break. So hopefully you're going to be able to complete this before spring break and get it submitted so it doesn't interfere with your time away from campus. And then finally, as mentioned previously, the draft of the Ethical Dilemma in Science project is due on April 1st so that I can provide you with feedback and we can share your projects at the end of the semester with your classmates. On Monday, February 19th, we're going to finish up our overview of different ethical systems by taking a look at biology and ethics as well as gender and ethics. On Wednesday, February 19th, we're going to end our unit on these different ethical philosophies with the assignment of a paper, short essay, on your personal ethical philosophy. Now, this is going to be due, as I mentioned before, March 18th, which is the Monday after spring break. Hopefully, making this assignment early enough, you're going to be able to do this and complete it without it interfering with your spring break plans. Now, we have a video introduction to this assignment that's available to you, but I just wanted to emphasize a couple points. This is a personal reflection, and so what I'm looking at is your ability to describe your own personal views on the different ethical philosophies that we've talked about so far in this course. Now, with this, there are two hints. The first is there are no right or wrong answers to this. I'm not looking for you to agree with me. I'm not looking for you to disagree with me. I'm looking for you to really consider what are those things that we've covered already within the semester that kind of correspond with your way of looking at the world. And so because there's no right or wrong answers, what I'm going to be looking at is your ability to support your ideas with examples or evidence of some type that, basically back up what it is saying for your own personal ethical philosophy. So as we transition to the next section of the course, we're going to be looking at more specific examples of the intersection of ethics and science on society. And the first of these is going to be a unit on human biomedical research. To introduce this unit on human biomedical research, I've got an ethical dilemma in science in which we're taking a look at a doctor's dilemma in which a doctor is basically faced with the situation of potentially using tainted data, using data that has been collected unethically in order to save a patient. And just a little bit of spoiler, it's basically looking at an anatomical atlas that came out of Nazi Germany that was created by the dissection of prisoners and victims of the Nazi atrocities. On Friday, we're going to take a look at the history of human subject research. And so basically, what was going on before we got these rules in place that we're now operating under? Why did the rules come about? And how did we decide what was going to be in those rules? So that completes our video introduction for week number 6. As always, if you've got any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. Thank you and have a great week.